Number one, you must be an ESHRE member. If you're thinking of applying for the ESHRE certification exam this year, I suggest you start that validation now. Hi, what's up? My name is Idris, and I am an ESHRE certified clinical embryologist. So it's been a while I posted a video on this channel, mainly because I ran out of ideas that I think will fit perfectly into the context of this channel. But luckily, last year, November precisely, I passed my ESHRE certification examinations. And ever since I posted the certificates on LinkedIn, I've been getting a lot of questions. Questions like, how did you register? What are the likely questions they ask? How do you become an ESHRE member? So I thought that instead of answering all of these questions individually, like I tell this person this thing and tell the other person the same thing, why don't I just answer all of the questions in one video? This is that video. Enjoy. Okay, if you clicked on this video, I'll assume you know what ESHRE is. And if you don't, this is it. It's a professional certification examination that validates competency in embryology. It's comparable to other exams for professionals, other professional certificates like CPA or ICANN if you're in Nigeria for accountants, or USMLE for medical doctors, although that's actually a licensing exam, so it's a bit different. You see, IVF started just about 50 years ago, and it's basically done by three levels or three different types of professionals. We have the medical doctors, we have the nurses, and of course we have the embryologists. And unlike the other professionals with structured or standardized training processes, there were no structured processes for embryologists. The lab procedures were often done by personnel with various or from various backgrounds like biochemistry, physiology, anatomy, microbiology, zoology, and so on. The skills were gained in an apprenticeship basis or by self-education. And recognizing this, ESHRE decided to create a certification process that validates the professional competency. There were two levels to this. That's the basic level clinical certification and the senior level certification. One thing to note is that ESHRE tests the scientific knowledge only for those who already have the practical hands-on competency. So what makes you eligible? I'll be going through the ESHRE website and just be listing it. Number one, you must be an ESHRE member. And there are three categories to this membership. There is the ordinary membership, usually for medical doctors or senior embryologists with an MSc or PhD. And it costs about 70 euros yearly, or 180 euros if you're going to be paying for 3 years upfront. The next is other allied professionals or students. So these are basically for like undergraduate and graduate students, medical students, psychologists, counselors, lab technicians, nurses, and embryologists. It costs about 30 euros yearly, or 90 euros if you're going to be paying for 3 years upfront. And the third category are residents of low-income countries. Now there's a list of the low-income countries. Also cost about 30 euros yearly, or 90 euros if you're going to be paying for 3 years. Here's the list. So embryologists who want to register as allied professionals would have to provide proof from their head of department that they work on routine lab procedures as lab technicians. Number two on the list, you must have a BSc, at least a BSc in a natural or life science course like biochemistry, zoology, physiology, anatomy, microbiology, all those kind of courses. Number three on the list, you must have at least 3 years proven lab experience. That means you must have worked in an IVF lab for at least 3 years. Number 4, your logbook must show that you have done at least 50 cases in each lab procedures. And about 8 of those procedures, they include oocyte pickup, semen analysis, semen preparation and cryopreservation, IVF insemination, zygotes, and embryo evaluation. That's basically embryo grading, embryo transfer, cryopreservation of oocytes or embryos, and thawing of oocytes or embryos. So you must have done at least 50 cases on each of these procedures. Yeah. And number 5, if you are not currently working as an embryologist, you can still be eligible as far as you have the 3 years experience and your last job was no longer than 2 years ago. Now, all these requirements are for the basic level. If you are applying for the senior level certification, you must also be an ESHRE member. You must have at least an MSc this time or a PhD in any of the life science or natural science degrees. So it could be biochemistry, physiology, anatomy, microbiology, zoology, and so on. Number 3, you must have at least 6 years proven lab experience this time. That means you must have worked in an IVF lab. And number 4, your logbook must show that you have done at least 100 cases in each of the procedures we listed before. Now for application, a total of 420 people can be accepted to write the exam each year. If the maximum number of applicants is reached before the deadline, fully completed application will be added to the waiting list. The application is scrutinized for about 1 month, and of the 420 applicants, 2/3 of them would be straight from Europe, and the other 1/3, that is 1/3, would come from outside Europe. And if you try to apply, this is just my advice, and you see that the pool is filled up, I suggest you still go, because I feel a lot of the applications outside of Europe might be declined due to the quality of the experience, so the waiting list might move faster. So my advice is to try to make your application as watertight as possible, no matter how late it might be. Because personally, my own application too was submitted late, mainly because it took a while for my degree to get validated. We'll talk on that later. Now, applications that are declined or cancelled will be replaced by applications from the waiting list after the deadline. An applicant will be informed whether the application to sit for the exam has been accepted or declined. That's about 1 month after the whole submission. Now, what are the steps? Number 1, the first step to application is that your degree must be validated by NUFFIC. It's NUFFIC. It's the Dutch Organization for International Cooperation in Higher Education. It's similar to WES. So you have to pay 50 euros for validation. The validation process will take about a month. So if you're thinking of applying for the ESHRE certification exam this year, I suggest you start that validation now. And number 2, after the validation, the degree validation, you would have to fill the application form on the ESHRE website. What you'll be needing to do that is the membership fee. You must be a member, so you must have paid that. You must have validated your degree. Cost of validation of degree costs 50 euros. So if you're in a low-income country, for example, you pay 30 euros for the membership fee, then you're going to pay 50 euros for degree validation. The application fee itself costs 150 euros, So it brings it to a total of 230 euros. But you should have in mind that for some steps in the application process, you will need your international passport. So if you don't have that handy, you have to apply for that, of course. So that might add to the cost. And you need your transcripts If you don't have that handy too, you have to apply for it. Now, the exam. The curriculum is also on the website, so I'll just be reading it out here. There are about 8 topics, 8 aspects of clinical embryology. The first one is cell biology. Number 2, genetics. Number 3, developmental biology. Number 4, female reproduction. Number 5, male reproduction. Number 6, MAR laboratory procedures. Number 7, cryopreservation. And number 8, laboratory and quality management. The exam consists of about 100 questions, of a total of 100 questions within a time limit of 2 hours. It's the question format is like multi-choice, single best answer format. So for each question, there are 5 potential. There may be 5 potential answers, but it's the single most correct answer that you're going to choose if you're going to get the mark. Okay. So my advice is to read and digest the books properly. The curriculum is wide, and there are a lot of textbooks to cover. So start now. The books will actually help in your daily lab practice. Like, it will help improve your understanding of fertilization, embryo development, and what have you, all those things, yeah? So for the past questions, there are a limited number of questions you will see online. Prior to my own examination, I prompted Google Gemini to generate ESHRE style questions. And I must say, those questions were really similar to the questions I faced during the exam day. It helped me prepare very well. And I have even done a game sort of quiz game on my website, embryosita.com. You can get to play about 10 questions. You just get to choose it. And currently, I'm even compiling more questions based on the experience I've had in the exams too. I'm compiling about 1,000 ESHRE style questions. So if you're interested, just click comments interested in the comment section, and I will know. And if not, if you're just interested in the format here, you could go ahead to play the game. I'll try to update it with 10 new questions every week, hopefully. Yeah, so good luck and subscribe